And good morning everyone. Very beautiful Wednesday po sa ating lahat. Medyo gloomy sa amin but still a very beautiful day. Yesterday, stock markets, update lang ng konti. Yesterday, stock markets dropped down to 7,400. That's what I've been telling you guys na stay away from the market for the meantime, especially na ngayon ang daming drama with the government against the companies, which is what do you call this? Investors wise, or for the people in the stock market, it's not that good. But overall, it's okay because it's for the country anyways. So wala tayong magagawa dyan. So it's kind of shaky, and we as investors, as a person who's investing in the stock market, I don't like that kind of environment for investing. So I'm staying away from it, and then that's why nakita niyo po hindi po ako nagre-recommend sa PSE gaano unless I see something very good. But right now, it's a stay away situation right now. The market has been breaking supports, and we're expecting for it to drop because this is a massive drop from PSE, especially na wala pang mga investors na pumapasok because of that. But that's okay. Bakit? Because we always have options, and one of the options that we can do as investor is the one that we are going to be talking about today. We have an option to go for VULs for investments or copy portfolios, or yung funds na sinasabi nila. I just want to focus on copy portfolios because what do you call this? Because it's focused on the international market. Yung mga funds dito sa Pilipinas, mabagal ang galaw, especially this year because the market is lagging. So expect the funds here in the Philippines to be very slow. So I will be introducing to you copy portfolios. I think dinidiscuss sa inyo ng mga funds if you've been watching the daily grind before. It's based on international markets ng mga funds, and we're gonna be discussing that today. And we're gonna we're gonna check the pros and cons and which is a better investment for you especially, and I'm gonna give to you my recommendation also kung saan nyo ilalagay ang pera nyo. Right? So let me just turn down the volume of this background music so that we can discuss. Right? Before we go to the discussion, let's let the audience stick in lang muna for a little bit. Okay? Let me just check the chats, and if you have any questions, if you ever have any questions, please post it in the comments. Okay. This topic today was requested by one of you, right? One of the viewers. Na pwede, kung pwede discuss ba natin to. Basically, what I am doing is my profession is I'm a financial advisor. So I'm gonna be discussing with you where to place your funds, right? In case na saan nyo gagamitin, saan maganda maglagay ng pera, right? So, let's go to the comments. Francis Wayland, good morning. Sir Lloyd, good morning. Then Jolly Caras, good morning. Sir Lloyd and Laika, good morning. Annalyn, sir, if Ali is for long term, do you suggest selling first right now? I would say yes. Hopefully, binenta niya na noon. There was bad news, diba? Whenever there's bad news, nakita niyo naman yan noon nangyari kay MWC when President Duterte was attacking it. You saw how it dropped, 'di ba? Then nung news ng Ali na with the UP UP with lot may issue doon, dapat nagbenta na rin kayo because you saw the pattern. Whenever the president takes action on that company, the stock prices of that company drops down. So dapat nagbenta na rin kayo noon, and then just buy again when everything stabilizes. I think with the pattern right now, the government, the companies are bending to the government, which is good. So they should be able to recover soon. So mas maganda sana kung binenta ninyo muna noon. Ngayon, if ever medyo naipit na kayo, wag na lang, right? Tiisin niyo lang muna yan, and then there is a way kaysa ibenta nyo po, much better way is to check the video that I have about how to average down without adding funds. Ganun lang po ang gawin nyo kaysa ibenta nyo lang po. Right now is not the best time to sell it. Right? Nestor Kino, good morning. Charles, good morning. Sir Lloyd, what happened to Ali? God bless po, sir. Inatake ng gobyerno, kaya ayun po, normal effect, nakita natin yan noon sa mga companies na nag-issue with the government, bumabagsak yung stock. So that's what happened. Robert Niserio, good morning po. Morning then. Crazy B Asian, good morning Sir Lloyd. Tech and JFC po, thank you. We'll talk about these After our discussion, we'll just let the audience kick in, and then we're gonna talk about um, ito mga stock market after. Court Copy portfolio for the win from Richard Evasitas. Alright, so yes, we're gonna be talking about copy portfolio for today. For those na hindi pa alam anong copy portfolio, then this episode is gonna be very beneficial for you. Also, Crazy B Asian. By the way, I just created my eToro account using your link and successfully funded na po. That's very good. Right, that's good to know. Congratulations, Crazy B Asian. Edgardo Galang, good morning, Sir Lloyd. Good topic at ngayon na super red ang PSEI bounce na si Tesla. Oh, grabe ang bounce ni Tesla kahapon, right? Very big bounce for Tesla. It's on an uptrend. So, sabi ko sa inyo, magbabounce yan, di ba? There was a question yesterday about Tesla na pwede na ba i-short sell? No. Kahit ang taas niya, the trend is an uptrend. So, do not go against the trend. Right? So, yan. Alan Tigay, good morning, Sir Lloyd. Bakit po nagkaroon ng correction sa stock price? Nagkakaroon ng correction sa stock price. Yes, meron po mga adjustments yan. That's for a different topic. It's kind of complicated, but basically it plays with the current price and the number of stocks out there. Hindi po nagbabalance out. So binabalance out yan. So nag-change ang price correction, pero yung number of stocks mo naman will be compensated. The dami naman or kokonti for it to have the same value naman. So hindi naman kayo malulugi dyan. Pajing Lara, hi sir, okay pa ba pumasok sa MPI? Thanks, right? Okay pa ba pumasok sa MPI? I'll write this down so we can talk about that later on. Let's check out the prices of MPI if it's good to enter. Okay? But now, yan, let's talk about the topic which is a better option for you to invest in, VUL or copy portfolio. So, sir, first of all, alright, let me just run my slide and share my screen. And so let me double check which is a better investment, VULs or copy portfolios or yung mga funds, diba? So for those who don't know what VULs are, ito yung ina-offer na fund management option ng mga what do you call this, insurance companies. Like for me, I have ProLife UK, right? So they have VULs, one of the best VULs in the country. So, ayan, VUL is variable unit link na mga insurances, meaning it's an insurance policy wherein at the same time, yung portion ng funds nyo, linalagay naman sa investments. So, there's a saving factor in it. So, two birds with one stone siya. You're investing and you are protected at the same time. Yun yung purpose. That's the main thought of a VUL. So, that's good also. It's a very good form of investment. I recommend everyone should have that at the very least, diba? So, you should diversify even. Pero kung meron na kayo ng dalawa, saan ba ang mas magandang dagdagan ng funds, diba? So, yun yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon. But you have to have both VULs and funds if you want to, if you can get copy portfolios or copy trade at the very least. But at least meron kayo investment sa stock market. Diba? So, VULs, yun yung thought ng VUL. Copy portfolios. What are copy portfolios? This is a copy portfolio. Okay. Ayan. So, copy portfolio. So, if you are in your eToro account, from your dashboard, right? By the way, on our dashboard update, bumili ako ng lift kahapon. I recommended this, remember? And after I bought it, I'm starting to gain already. So, dapat pinasok nyo rin ito. Anyways, from your dashboard, to go to copy portfolio, just go to this end of the, to this part on the left side. Meron yung invest in copy portfolios. You click on it. And meron diyang introduction ng copy portfolios. Is a portfolio management product. Investing copy portfolios will automatically copy multiple markets or traders. So, yan. So, makikita nyo po dito. Meron po dito ang top trader portfolios. Ito yung kinumpul-kumpul ng mga traders, right? So, yung top traders, for example, these are gainers quarter. Ito yung grupo ng pinakamalaking gains ng mga traders for the last 12 months and makakopya nyo sila. So, you can copy traders. bunch of traders, hindi yung 'di ba yung copy trading, isang trader kokopyahin mo, isang trader kokopyahin mo, pwedeng ganyan. But this is already bunched na to really lessen your risk, 'di ba? So mas maraming copy traders mas better. I always tell you that the more the better para mas lesser ang risk ninyo. So you can invest in this also. And then here is market portfolios and partner portfolios. Market portfolios are funds handled by managed by eToro. So gawa po nila ito. So it's already a basket of assets or companies already, which is thematic, meaning may theme siya, right? For example, one of the biggest earners last year, actually ito yung pinakamalaking earner last year is in the game, meaning it is for the gaming industry, and it is it's a collection of the best gaming companies in the world na pwedeng i-trade sa eToro. So if you check it out, last year 54%. This year it's already up 2020, and as you know, gaming is still very big. The entertainment industry is still very big and very successful, and napakaganda pa rin na future. Hindi po mawawala ng gamers, so palaki ng palaki pa rin ang gaming industry. So if you check out their portfolio, VUL, ito yung nasa loob, NVIDIA, ito yung mga hardwares for basically video cards. Meron si Tencent, yung mga naglalaro dyan ng PUBG, Sony, Nintendo, AMD, EA. So every company that is involved in gaming that is very successful, andito na po sa portfolio na ito. Merong mga pula, but that is evened out by the good ones. So that's okay. This is the beauty about funds. It's because it's balanced out because napakarami po nila. The risks, kasi pag ito lang pinasukan mo si GameStop Corp New, negative 18 siya for this month. Kung yan lang pinasukan nyo, laki na negative nyo. But since this is already a bunch of companies that are good, this is evened out by all the investments. So overall, it's still gaining. And then if you look at the statistics, last year 54%, this month 5.26% gains na po siya. Right? So it's already a bunch. Hindi nyo na kailangan pumili ng mga companies. Si eToro na po ang nagmamanage nito. Siya na po ang maghahanap ng mga companies for you to invest in. So you just put in the money, and then automatic na yan makapasok. And then there's also the option of So ayun yung market portfolios, and then there is partner portfolios. Ito naman is eToro partnered up with the best fund managers out there. For example, Carl Icahn. Ang pinakakilala nyo po siguro si Mr. Warren Buffett right here, 'di ba? So Mr. Warren Buffett, isa siya sa partners ni eToro. Alam kasi ni Warren Buffett na gaano kalaki si eToro. So eToro partnered up with Warren Buffett, and he agreed na yung portfolio niya kokopyahin ng eToro. In exchange, meron siyang kinikita rin for him to share his expertise, his assets, his what do you call this? Kasi asset na yung company na nag-aaral kay, 'di ba? So, yung mga sikreto mo, which is your asset, sinishare niya sa eToro, pwede po kayo mag-invest kay Warren Buffett, right? So, in his portfolio, his statistics, he earned 33% last year. He is up 2.55% for this year already for January. So, pwede pong ganyan, right? So, you can, if you trust Warren Buffett or Carl Icahn, and then, so you can invest in them. So, this is CopyPortfolio. Excuse me. Ingay. Right? So, ayun. So, that's CopyPortfolios. At least brief lang na introduction. Kasi ang topic naman talaga natin is really which is better for you to invest in. VUL bar CopyPortfolios. Right? So, let's start with the pros and cons. But before I go to that, let me see if may mga questions naman. Why is the buy and sell price in eToro different? Yes, Annelene, because included na dyan ang spread, or meaning yung sa atin pa sa PSE, charges po yan. Sa PSE kasi, it's kind of hidden, 'di ba? Kung ano yung buy price, yun yung bibilhin mo. Pero after mo mabibili, doon mo lang makikita na bakit negative ako kaagad. It's because of the spread or sa charges, 'di ba? So kay eToro, it's very transparent, makikita niyo kaagad yung spread or yung charges. So makikita niyo yung buy prices. Alice Kabigting, na lagpasan ko po yung question ko, coach, from Alice Kabigting. Right? Sorry. Good morning, coach. Ask ko lang if may top gainers and most active din sa eToro. Paki naman po. Thanks and God bless. Alright, very good question. Yeah, meron po. If you go to Copy People, meron po ditong filter dito sa taas. So, gain at least magkano ang gusto mo gain, at least, let's say, at least 60%. Right? So, any market everywhere and go, lahat po lalabas dito are people who gained more than 60%. Makita nyo na po dyan, mafe-filter nyo. So, you can use the filter option of eToro also to look for copy data. This guy earned 89% at the very least. So, makita nyo po dyan. Right? 90% pinakamalaki for the last 12 months. Medium risk lang. So, this guy is the best right now. Right? So, pwede nyo pong profitable months, profitable trades, risk. So, you can filter it right here. So, alright. So, this is the to answer Alice's question pa. Sorry po if na miss natin. Alright. Alright. So, let's start. Let's go to the pros and cons. Unahin natin si VUL or Variable Unit Linked Insurances. Alright. So, basically, you can invest in VUL. Ano ang pros niya? It builds an investment habit, right? It's very important that you have an investment habit. Kasi dito kay VUL, parang medyo sapilitan siya. But depende on how you look at it. It can be negative kasi kailangan mo magbayad. Let's say quarterly ang program mo, so you have to pay for it quarterly or yearly. Meron ding monthly sa mga hindi medyo nabibigatan sa quarterly, 'di ba? So, since you have dues, which is called the premium, parang sa pilitan ka makapagbayad. But anyways, that's for investment. Don't worry about it. But it builds that habit of, meron ako kailangan itabi kasi this is for my investment, diba? So that's positive for me. It builds an investment habit. And dito kasi, if you want to be successful, you have to build that habit. It's very important, right? And VUL teaches you that habit. Right? At least man lang nasa isip mo yung long-term savings mo lagi. And then, it starts from there. It starts from that habit where you become successful. Okay? So, it builds an investment habit. Number 2 is can be used for estate planning. Estate planning meaning when you, if for example, may edad ka na and you have built up this wealth already. And let's say, for example, noon, thanks to President Duterte, bumaba na ngayon ang real estate tax, real estate planning. But before, it was 30%. So meaning, if you have built assets worth, let's say 10 million, right? May lupa ka na worth 10 million or meron kang pera sa bangko na 10 million, pag namatay ka, it's gonna be very expensive for your family to claim that money. At hindi pa yan pwede na i-minus mo lang. Meaning, for example, you have 10 million, 30% ang estate tax. So, you have to have 3 million prepared to pay for taxes before mo makakuha yung 10 million. So, that's heavy. What if walang 3 million ang pamilya mo, ang mga anak mo, walang 3 million. So, mangungutang yan sila. And then, yung utang, meron na namang tubo and that's money wasted. Especially the tax. Diba? The 30% alone is very expensive. Dito, if ever may edad na kayo and you want to plan for your estate already and bibigay nyo po sa mga kids nyo, if ever mawala kayo, contact me. Contact nyo po ako. I can give you options for estate planning. Ang kagandahan kasi nito is this will pay for kung kailangan talaga i-estate plan, this will pay for the estate plan. For example, your assets is worth let's say it's worth 10 million already and you want to make an estate plan to cover for the taxes. Let's say, ngayon, ang tax ngayon is more or less around 10% ang mga gastos nyo pa rin with the attorney fees, etc. and the fees. So, mga 10%. So, let's say you want to build 1 million for the estate taxes. At least man lang, yung pamilya nyo, pag may appointment na kayo na ipapagad, yung pamilya mo, yung daughter mo, or your kid, your wife doesn't have to look for 1 million. Kaya hindi niya na kailangan maghanap ng 1 million para makuha yung 10 million mo. Kasi meron 1 million kang nakahanda na matatanggap nila if in case mawawala ka, 'di ba? So you can do that, or all your assets, for example, you have 10 million in the bank, you transfer it into VUL so that if ever you pass away, lahat ng pera niyon plus ang tubo mabibigay sa kanila kaagad. And that's much better kaysa natutulog sa bangko at kailangan pa magbayad ng tax. That's a better option. But basically, it's for estate planning, right? That's the advantage of VUL. And with that, tax advantage, yung kita po ni VUL is wala pong tax, right? Wala pong tax yan. At the very least, yung makukuha yung pera is non-taxable sa estate planning, right? Pag nakuha nila, walang tax yan. Yung tax man lang, hindi matatax, you will be taxed if ever magwi-withdraw ka ng pera kasi sa VUL, mawi-withdraw mo naman yung pera mo. Pero yung taxable niya is yung gains lang, right? If for example, pagpasok ka na ng 500,000, magwi-withdraw ka ng 400,000, walang tax yun kasi it's lesser than the money that you put in. Okay? Yung gains lang. For example, 500,000 ang total ang nalagay mo, ang withdrawin mo na is 600,000, yung 100,000 is taxable, right? So, it's still a very good tax advantage with variable unit-linked insurance. It's backed up by large sum assured value for protection with just small investments. The biggest pro of VUL is the protection, right? Protection po. Bakit? Kahit po sabihin nyo sa akin, uy, Sir Lloyd, ang pinakamagandang investment right now is si mangingisda.org kasi more than 10% ang binibigyan ni mangingisda.org. Yes, true po. Pinakamaganda po yung investment right now. Diba? Nag-plug ba ng mangingisda.org? Check out mangingisda.org on Facebook, by the way. But anyways, yan. So, ang problema niyan is, yes, meron kang investment dito. Right, let me go full screen para mas intense. Meron kang investment dito. And you go aggressively in this investment right here. Invest ka dito. Wala kang VUL. Right? And what if, one day, magkasakit ka, right? Ang kagandahan sa VUL, yung protection niya is for critical illnesses. Isa yan sa mga bonuses. Critical illnesses meaning yung mga major illnesses like for example, kidney failure. Pinaka-common is cancer kasi ang daming klase ng cancer. Let's say breast cancer. Di ba? Pinaka-common yan. Pag nagka-breast cancer ka, right? And you check out your bills, possible bills sa breast cancer, it will be, let's say, mga 1 million, right? Kasi gusto mo naman na maayos din na doktor, maayos na hospital. Let's say 1 million is already fair for expense for breast cancer. 1 million. Kung wala kang VUL, right? Yung investments mo sa mangingisda.org, lahat na investment yan, kailangan mo na ibenta, right? Kakailanganin mo yun ibebenta mo yun. Let's say for example, unang binili mo, gusto ko investment, Sir Lloyd, is investment is house and lot kasi gusto ko parentahan. Sige. Pero kung kailangan mo na yung 1 million, you have no choice but to maybe kailangan ibenta mo or ipaloan mo yung sa bangko yung bahay mo, but it will take a long time. Kailangan mo yan instantly yung 1 million So your choice is sell the house for a lesser price para mabenta mo kagad so you can get the 1 million right away. The problem there is after that you most probably you will survive pero wala ka ng investments, and in this case breast cancer okay lang. What if yung kaibigan ko, yung tatay niya is seaman, ganda ng buhay nila sa Bohol, and then yung investments nila, they went heavy on yung kasi maganda sa Bohol ang tourism, diba? They went heavy on pump boats, yung pang island hopping. So yun, bumili ng mga pump boats, and then in the middle of it na-stroke yung tatay nila. So emergency, kailangan na ibenta yung pump boats, naubos yung pump boats nila. And then after that, his dad is no longer fit to work, hindi na makapagtrabaho. So, seaman noon, kapitan noon, and then to zero. And the family's financial status went down, that the kids had to go to the market and sell kamote, onions, like that, from a very good life down to that. Just because they went too aggressive on investments na iba, walang VUL. Right? At least here sa VUL, merong magsusupport ng assets mo. So, kung sana yung kapitan na yon, meron na siyang 6 His goal was 10 pump boats That was what he really wanted to achieve before he wants to get insurances, etc. Unahin niya yon. Kung man lang, di ba, 6 yung pump boats niya, kung man lang, ginawa niya lang 5, yung isa noon, linagay niya sa VUL, then VUL would have been the one to protect him. So, na-stroke siya, yung pera makukuha niya from the VUL will be used for the expenses of medical bills. Yung 5 pump boats niya are still intact. Protected yung asset na yon. So, after he survived, Meaning, nag-survive siya sa operation niya. He's no longer fit to work. So, hindi na siya kumikita ng pera kasi hindi na siya kapitan eh. Hindi na siya makapag-akyat sa barko. At least yung asset niya, 5 pump boats are there. And that should have been enough to sustain their lifestyle, yung kita ng mga pump boats na yan. But because wala silang VUL, ayun, lagapak, ubos lahat. Meaning, you are gonna be wasting your time. Please get a VUL if wala pa kayo. You're gonna be wasting your time on investments if ever hindi kayo kumuha ng VUL. That's why it's very important. So, backed up with large sum assured value for protection with just small investments. That's the biggest pro of a VUL, right? Ang cons niya naman is for VULs is rated cap, right? Sa Pilipinas ngayon, wala akong makita na unrated, walang cap na gains. Meaning, if ever their funds go beyond, let's say for example, yung funds overall is, ang kita niya is, let's say 30%. Nakita niyo naman, possible naman yan sa funds, diba? Let's go to CopyPortfolios. Like for example, in the game funds earned 62%, diba? Last year. Sa VUL, capped yung rate niya. So kahit na 62% ang kinita nito, ang cap lang VUL by law dito sa Pilipinas is 10% lang ang ibibigay. And then ang earnings ng sobra is sa fund manager na yun, meaning sa company na yun. This is how VUL's company earn. Pro-Life earns, Phil-Am Life earns yung sobra nila sa kanila na yun, right? So, for example, linagay nila dito and 62% yung kita nila. 10% lang yan ibibigay sa inyo. The other 52% sa kanila na yun. So, that's one of the major disadvantages of cons. So, the rate is capped. Then there's market risk because usually it's invested in the stock market. Right now, PSE is down. So, makita nyo po lahat ng mga offer sa inyo na insurance dito sa Pilipinas. If you look at the current value, it's really low. It's because market is very slow, right? So, that's one of the risk of VULs. And then, mainly for long-term purposes, right? Mamaya ka na makakabawi nito once na hit mo na yung tubo ng pera mo. So, basically, sa mga first years niyan, let's say you get a 10-year na insurance, usually makakabawi yan on the 7, 8, 9 years. So first 5 years lugi pa yan because of the insurance charges. So if you need the money 5 years from now, it's gonna be on a negative, so it's not good to take money from it. So basically, it's mainly for long-term purposes. It's for building funds, right? Don't take that completely as a negative kasi po ganito po yan, right? For example, I'm trying to build funds for my kid. Let's say yung daughter ko si Laika, she is 6 years old and magka-college siya in 15 years, let's say ganyan. So, let's say for example, gusto ko mag-aral si Laika sa FEU or De La Salle. I need to prepare 4 million, right? 4 million, and I want to prepare 4 million for 10 years. So, meaning, I need to save 400,000 a year for 10 years. Okay? Para meron akong 4 million para maka-De La Salle University yung daughter ko si Laika. Diba? So, I'm gonna need this money in 10 years. So, I need to save 400,000 a year. So, I need to start now. This is where the financial advisors come in. This is how valuable your financial advisor is. Right? Hopefully, you get a good financial advisor, hindi lang yung salesman na benta sa inyo. So, I want to build 4 million in 10 years. So, I need 400,000 a year. So, I need to, your financial advisor is gonna teach you where to get the 400,000 a year, and then yung 400,000 a year, saan natin ilalagay? This is the option that they will give you. You can put it in a VUL, right? For 10 years naman yan, for long term naman yan. So, kaysa sa bangko mo ilalagay, lagay mo lang kay VUL kasi with protection na and maganda naman yung tubo sa VUL, mas maganda dito ilagay. And then kasi usually yung mga VUL, mga companies na VUL has very good fund managers, so usually positive naman yun. So kumikita yan, right? Huwag nyo po ilalagay sa stock market yung 4 million nyo or 400,000 a year kasi baka mawala yan, and then yung daughter nyo or yung anak nyo hindi na makapagdala sa university, right? So this is where I come in as a financial advisor. You have 400k a year. I will teach you where to place it. Yun nga lang, karamihan ng mga financial advisors, insurance lang alam nila na investment form. So, yun yung ibibenta nila sa inyo. I usually say to you, lagay mo dito, lagay natin sa VUL yung kalahati. Yung others, lagay natin sa mas higher na risk pero good naman yung returns din. So, pwede natin ilagay-lagay dito and adjust where it is. That is where a good financial advisor comes in. Anyways, again, it's mainly for long-term purposes. So, I need 400,000 for a year and then 10 years, so lagay ko sa VUL kaysa sa bangko ko ilalagay. So, it's more long-term so that in 10 years, I have 4 million already. I have the option to let it grow para naman kung si Laika pag nag-college na siya, so I still have 4 years to grow that money there and tumutubo naman yan with the company. By the time si Laika mag-college na, I have the funds now. I can withdraw it and then fund it for Laika's education. That's the beauty of VUL. Long-term purposes niya, pero if you know how to use it wisely, then it can be an advantage. Pero linagay ko lang sa cons yan. Okay? Kasi karamihan ng mga Pinoy, short-term kung mag-isip. Diba? So, let's continue. So, doon naman tayo sa pros ng copy portfolios. Right? Copy portfolios, one of the pros niya, time check is 9:06, umaga pa naman. Liquidity and control. Kung kanina, si VUL, medyo mas long-term siya. Here naman is there's liquidity and control. Anytime, you can sell the assets. Okay? For example, meron akong 500,000 nalagay ko kay Mr. Warren Buffett, kay Tito Warren, 500,000 pesos. Kailangan ko ang pera bukas. Pwede ko ibenta ang copy portfolio ko with Mr. Warren Buffett and makukuha ko na agad yung pera. That's the advantage of it, liquidity. Right? Problema kasi pag hindi liquid yung investment nyo, for example, you went aggressively on a condominium, right? One of the disadvantage of real estate investing is liquidity, right? Whenever you need the money, it's really hard to convert that asset into money. So, ang choice mo lang, kung may bahay ka at lupa, kailangan mo ng pera kaagad, especially emergency, you have no choice but to sell it at a low price. Kasi, kailangan mo kagad ng pera. At pag nabenta mo na mas mura, lugi ka, di ba? So that's one of the disadvantage of real estate investing. So here, liquidity and control, you can sell it anytime you want to. Then, and market orders may be used, right? So you can control your risk. Since this is invested in the market, you can put stop loss. For example, nag-copy ako ng portfolio kay Tito Warren, linagyan ko ng, let's say, $5,000 and gusto ko lang i-risk dito is $500 lang, which is 10%. You can put that, right? So, for example, bumagsak si Tito Warren ng 10%, maka-automatically lalabas ka. So, you get to save the 4,500 instead. Okay? That's the advantage of copy portfolio. You can put market orders. You can use market orders. Okay? Next is tax advantage. Kasi tax advantage, I would say tax advantage, hindi na kayo matataksan yan sa eToro kasi, right? Yung kita nyo sa eToro, pag withdraw nyo yan, diretso na, wala ng tax yan. Diversity, because you have the option to copy many. Kasi karamihan ng mga funds, for example, pumunta kayo sa VUL, kung ano lang meron sila, yun lang ang mapipili mo. Dito, diversity. Pwede sa mga hilig mo. For example, mahilig ka sa gaming and you want to invest in the gaming industry because you believe in it and then you can choose gaming. Let's say, for example, you're a believer of renewable energy. Renewable energy is the future of energy and it has a very big future. Then you can speculate on renewable energy. Mahilig kayo sa travel, then you can choose travel companies, and this is plus 37% last year. So meaning that's very good. Or gusto niyo po ng tech companies, so you have the option to choose big tech. 52% yung returns niya yesterday. Meron tayong driverless self-driving cars. Ito yung mga companies na involved with driverless cars. So it's already up 35%. So food and tech, mahilig kayo sa pagkain, and then there it is. Mahilig kayo sa mga banks or mga drones. So you have that option, right? So panic mode naman sa mga pessimistic dyan. Sa tingin nyo magkaka-recession, dito na lang kayo kaagad. Hindi na kayo kailangan mag-short. Naka-short na to lahat. Short stocks, long, meta. So, dito na lang kayo kaagad. Panic mode. Kung narinig nyo po na may mag-recession na, di pasok kayo kagad sa panic mode. So, kikita to pag nagka-panic ang mga tao. So, you have that option. Right? So, basically, what I'm saying is, you have the power to diversify in funds. Okay? Then, transparency because the performances of the funds, you can access it anytime. So, example, gusto kong tignan si Big Tech ngayon. So, you can see it right away. Statistics niya, last year, 44%, it's already up 5.87. And then, makikita nyo po even ilan yung investors kay Big Tech. It has 492 investors in the last 7 days, plus 21 investors. So, malaki yan. Magkano yung funds na nandito sa loob ng Big Tech, right? So, makikita nyo po dito. Right? Very transparent. And the risk is also there. So, maximum risk niya is negative 13. For gaining 44%, that's more than good for a risk to reward ratio. Okay? So, transparency is there. Ang cons niya naman, ito is market risk because it's still involved in the stock market. So, baka pag nagka-recession, malaki pa, your funds is gonna be hit. So, market risk is still there. But, on the flip side, because of that market exposure, kung maganda naman ang market, maganda rin ang kita nyo. Right? It's just that it's there. Right? Kasi, it's always a risk if you don't know what you're doing. So, it can be considered a risk if you don't understand the stock market. Larger capital ang needed with copy portfolios. For example, Big Tech, you can invest in Big Tech. Initial po nito is $5,000 to invest in Big Tech. Right? Meron po dito mga maliliit lang. Pinakamaliit right now, we're working with eToro. I told them na ang pinakamalaking hindrance nito sa Pilipinas, it's very expensive. That's why they created the $2,000 copy portfolios. So, for example, food and drinks. Food and drinks was created, and it is now available for just $2,000. So, $2,000, hindi rin siya available for the average Filipino kasi medyo mahirap ang $2,000, but at the very least, because it's a copy fund and it's basically for free. This is for free. Medyo kami kamahalan lang so that yun trade, malaki ang matatrade mo na amount, eToro is gonna earn from it naman, from the charges. But basically, overall, it's free. Wala pong bayad. Kasi pag sa bangko kayo kumukuha ng ETFs, meron po yung bayad kasi. Right? So, there. $2,000, the pinakamaliit. We're still working with eToro. Wala pang official statement from them but we're working to lower this to $1,000 kasi that's the advantage of us. We're able to talk with eToro team, yung management nila, and we always say na ito yung isa sa hindrances bakit hindi mahirap pa pareto sa mga Pinoy kasi $2,000 still even not enough. So we're still working to lower it at 1,000. So hopefully in the future bababa yan na 1,000. Okay? So, and then larger capital, after that is no protection behind it. Is last na sa cons niya. There's no protection behind it. Kung magkano lang ang linagay mong pera, for example, you put in $5,000, that's 250,000 pesos. If ever maaksidente ka or magka-cancer ka, right? Kung magkano nalagay mo dito, yun rin lang ang makukuha mo. Compared na yung 250,000 linagay mo sa VUL, if ever ma-cancer ka, you can get 1 million depending on your what do you call this, policy, right? So even if you just put in 250,000, laki na niyan. If you pwede yan makakuha ng 2 million, right? So that's the beauty of VUL. So hope you understand. Before I go to my verdict, before I tell you where to put your money, let me go to the comments really quick. Sir, okay po ba si Alco? Alco is a good company. I'll write this down. Tingnan natin. It's just that PSEI, wala yung puso ko ng PSEI ngayon kasi pangit ang market. Right? Sir, okay po ba si Alco? Sir, is there a minimum required amount to copy trade a port? For copy trading is 200 if you wanna copy people. If copy portfolio ang pinakamaliit right now is $2,000. Alice Kabigting, good morning. Thank you, Coach. God bless you more. Thank you. Chico Siervo, good morning. Gentil Perez, good morning, Sir Lloyd. Ano po insights kay CHP? Still bad for me si CHP. I don't want to recommend it. The company is still under debt. Dax Aseho, bagay sa mga nagbabalak po kumuha ng VUL, ensure nyo po, alam nyo yung ensure nyo po na alam nyo yung coverage ng policy. Yes. That's why talk to good financial advisors. Hindi lang yung benta ng benta sa inyo. Financial advisor who's really genuinely who genuinely cares for you, right? So if you need a financial advisor, send me a message in Financial Freedom 101. I can help you, right? And it's for free. My services are for free. Marimsh, good morning, Sir Lloyd. Sana ma-discuss niyo po kayo ng REITs. Alright, I'll write that down. Let's talk about REITs kasi nasa PSE yan ngayon. Hindi ko lang pinapansin kasi I'm not really interested in the PSEI right now because of the market, and then you saw that 7.4. I'm still expecting for it to go down. So yeah, sadly. Joseph Tanael, Archie, good morning. Joseph Tanael, yung dati na share Sir Lloyd pyramid na ng right financial structure, una dapat talaga security. Tama po. Right? We'll talk more about that in the future again, siguro. A little review about that. So yung VUL namin, umabot na ng 105k sa second, tapos ilang months lang, bumaba ng 90k now. Nasa 83.2k na lang. Bakit parang volatile ng yung VUL? Ano po ba ginawa ng fund manager? May option ba sila na ilipat yung funds? I don't know with your VUL, I don't know with your company, but I'm with ProLife UK. You have the option to do that, right? Bumababa yan kasi the stock market is losing. Most probably, nagsimula kayo nung mataas ang market, right? So, right now is the best time to start VUL in the stock market kasi mababa ang market. Right? Huwag kayo mag-start ng VUL dun sa taas. If ever the market is already at the very peak, you have, in ProLife, you have the option to transfer it to bonds or to other funds nila na available. Get it out from the stock market. Ngayon, it's too late to do that, but hopefully in the future, you know better. Pag mataas na yung market, you have the option to pull it out and, not pull it out, to transfer it to a different fund that they have. Okay? Transfer nyo sa bonds. Okay? Jess Santos, morning po, P-Corp po. Thanks, I'll write that down. If we have time, we'll cover that. P-Corp. Right, Rodel Domanico, SSP, biglang umangat. Sir, saan magandang price pumasok? Yes, SSP has been going up. Meron pa nga sila nagsasabi, no? SSP is the next tech. Right? Saan magandang price pumasok? Sa pullback and bounce, right? Antayin mo nang bumagsak and mag-stabilize, and then if it bounces, that's when you get in. Hindi ko alam kailan, saan pwede. Anilin, is it still possible to get VUL for 50 years above for my parents? It is quite pricey. That's the sad thing about VUL. The later you get it, the more expensive it becomes. Yes, they can still get it, but it's much more expensive. Okay? Kasi mas shorter years and higher na ang risk nila. So, you don't have enough time to really let the funds grow. Kasi, for example, 50 na sila. So, you only have 10 years more for their VUL to grow, for the funds to grow. So, it's kind of short, pero kaya, mas mahirap po, mas mahal po magpatubo. For example, you want 2 million for them. You only have 10 years to prepare for that. So, basically, you need 200,000 a year to get 2 million in 10 years for protection. Okay, so the later, the more expensive it is. But for 50 years old, it's still possible. Jess Santos, anyways, many thanks sa lessons today, sir. Planning to get VUL very soon. If you plan to get one, send us a message in Financial Freedom 101. If ever it's really for VUL, then send a message to Apple, my partner. Makita niyo naman po yung mga post niya. So Apple Pty, she focuses more on VULs for people who needs protection. Get a protection first. Anyways, ayun, my verdict for which is better. Okay? The answer is, it depends on your financial status. Right? If wala pa kayong VUL, then get a VUL first. The question is, how much do you want to get if ever you get critically ill? If ever ma-cancer ka, if ever magka-renal failure ka, how much do you want to get, right, to protect your assets? Let's say, for example, cancer. If you want to protect yourself from cancer, let's say 2 million is already a fair amount. Very good treatment na makukuha niyo dyan sa 2 million. There is much better treatment. You can go abroad if you want to, but at least with 2 million, you're protected. Diba? So if you want to get protected for 2 million, please do that, and then unahin niyo po yan. Let's say, for example, 2 million. It's a big amount, so I strongly recommend if kakasimula nyo pala mag VUL, go for long term. Huwag kayo matakot sa long term, right? Okay, little discussion about VUL. Ang dami kasi Pinoy na takot sa long term na VUL. Right? It's basically, this is the concept of long term and short term. If you wanna get protected for 2 million, okay? If gusto nyo po ng 2 million, when you get sick, then how are you gonna pay for it? Are you gonna pay for it on a shorter term or a longer term? Diba? Umuutang tayo basically ng 2 million from them. And pag utang, mas maganda, mas mahaba. Diba? So, instead of shortening it, kasi if you shorten the time frame, kung gusto mo 10 million and 2 million and then you just go for it for 2 years, 10 years, gusto ko 10 years ko lang mabayaran yan, o 2 million. So basically, if you divide 2 million by 10, so mga 200,000 a year po ang babayaran nyo. But if you go for long term, right, if you go for long term, you can get a 2 million protection for maybe mga 40,000 pesos a year or 50,000 pesos a year, 60,000 pesos a year. Right? 60,000 lang compared to 200,000. So basically, sino-shorten nyo lang. Kung iso-shorten nyo po, mas mahal. If you paid for longer, mas ma-afford nyo po. If you're just starting, go for long term. Kasi mas malaking coverage makukuha nyo for a smaller amount, and then you can use the other amounts to invest on other investment options. So if ever wala pa kayong VUL, consider getting one. Send me a message in Financial Freedom 101 or send a message to Apple Pie. If you're planning to get one. Okay? Now, if you already have protection, right, meron na kayong VUL, then you can now consider copy portfolios or even copy trading. Okay? So, if you have a VUL already and you want to ask me, sir, saan mas maganda ito ilagay? Sa VUL pa, get another VUL or ilagay ko sa copy portfolio, copy trading? Get copy trading, copy portfolio. So, you have another option na mas malaki ang kita. Kasi sa VUL, hanggang 10% lang yan. Dito sa copy portfolio, mas malaki pa ang kita. Right? And then, you balance it out. So, tingin nyo, in the future, yung wife ko, kailangan ng protection, then get a VUL for your wife. That's how you adjust. But if ever kakasimulan nyo pa lang, get a VUL. If you already have both, what's the purpose of the money? Is it for retirement? Or if the money is important, put it on a VUL. If ever this money is for my kids' education, I would strongly recommend get a VUL. Focused lesser on protection, but more on the investments. At least doon mas safe. Okay? And then, copy portfolio if ever you already have enough protection. Okay? Kasi malakihan dito. Instead of getting a house, siguro, instead of getting a house, for example, meron ka ng 250,000, ida-down mo sa bahay, magkano ba ang kita mo sa real estate? Nasa mga around 10% a year lang. Dito sa copy portfolio, you can get 50%, 30%, 62% for this fund right here. So, this is a much better option than real estate actually. If ever kakasimula nyo pa lang. So, yes, those are my 2 cents. Hopefully, naintindihan nyo po. Jess Santos, anyways, many thanks for lesson today. Rodel Domanico, sir, pa-upload ng video na late ko na panood. Okay lang, if it's in YouTube, automatically recorded po naman ito. Alright, it's 9:23. We still have time for the international market. Kahapon, update tayo sa international market. Let's go for portfolio. Pumasok ako kahapon recommended lift right and then into it on the breakout. So, lahat tumubo kahapon. So, that's very good. Hopefully, pinasok niyo po yung recommendations ko. If you check out the international market, my watch list, marami pong pula kasi nag-pullback ang market. So, hopefully, this will be a good pullback for the market because we were expecting a pullback in the market because masyadong mahal na. So, nakita niyo po si Facebook, negative, si ADP, negative, si Microsoft, negative, si PayPal, okay naman, si Disney, negative, si Tesco, XRP, Oxy. Maraming pula sa market yesterday because the market is bound to pull back. So, hopefully in the pullback and then the next bounce, may ma-recommend tayo. Ngayon, nagpo-pullback pa ang market, wala akong ma-recommend. Napasukan ko na yung mga ni-recommend ko so hopefully pinasok nyo rin. Right, we'll check out tomorrow if meron tayong makukuha ng mga positions. But for now, wala pa. Let's go to PSE. May mga request kayo na chart. Let's look at PSEI overall. Net foreign buying kay PSEI kahapon was 422 million. So, medyo positive siya. But overall, bumagsak pa rin ang market. Right? Led by change. all stocks. Right, so yan, ang daming negative kahapon. Ang nagpabigat kahapon is sila Ali, AC, LTG, mabigat din ang bagsak. MPI, ang laki ng bagsak. ACP, EPH, Ayala corporations are getting pummeled right now. So, bumabagsak ang market because of them. Right, so PSE broke the support which is around 7,500. Nasa 7,466 na po tayo. So, after breaking the support, I think the market is gonna be dropping, mas magkaka-sell off pa. So, it's really hard for the PSE to invest in PSE right now. Mas malaki ang chances of going down if ever mag-trade kayo sa PSE. So, it's gonna be very hard. Then again, you have requests. Kanina, merong si MPI ba? Maganda. Pasukin ngayon. Let's check out MPI. So, MPI is still dropping. The best place to test MPI is if we get a bounce at the support. Right now, kasi pag nag-bounce yan, nasa gitna na tayo ng support. This is a possible support right here. You can test buy some here if ever mag-green ito. Okay, sa mag-green sa MPI. And then there's a massive support here. This is another time to buy some. And then this will be your massive support. If it collapses from that, then cut your losses. So, MPI, yes, very good find pag nag-green yan. Possible support yan, backed up by this. So, it could bounce there. So, check it out. Alco naman, si Alco is a good company. Sideways ang support niya. Let's test Alco out. Nag-break siya ng MA20 kagad eh. After a very good move from Alco, this is the thing about the market. Hindi nagso-hold yung supports. The next viable support would have been the MA20, but the market is bearish kaya nag-drop si Alco. So, let's wait for it at the support. And let's see if we can get it there. So, we'll talk about REITs in the future. REITs. I'll write that down. REITs. Most probably tomorrow, we'll talk about REITs. Next is PCOR. May tumitingin kay PCOR. Yan, si PCOR, kakabounce na sa support. Right there. Right, this is good for PCOR. We have divergence all the way. So, yes, for traders, you wanna speculate on PCOR, try at PCOR. Kaso nga lang, net foreign selling siya kahapon na lumalabas pa rin yung investors niya. But nonetheless, it's a support right there. If you wanna trade this out, definitely, it's a good position. It already break its last downtrend spike. Nag-spike up siya right here. And I even, I forgot when I recommended PCOR. Umakyat yun no, na-recommend ko eh. Can't remember when. I think that was here. Anyways, PCOR is back at the support. Hopefully, that support will hold. Try it out. Strict cut loss. This is strictly for trading. Okay? You can try PCOR. I'm not recommending PCOR. Pero sa mga nagtanong na, I can't remember who. Yes, that's a good time to start test PCOR. Right. So, we talked about SSP. Sabi ko sa inyo kahapon, pwede nyo po i-breakout strategy si SSP if you wanna go aggressive. Hopefully you did. Lumipad pa si SSP, di ba? It was a good breakout strategy for SSP. Right now, it's already very high up there. Position trade po tayo. If you don't know how to day trade, then position trade. Position trade tayo, meaning we need to wait for a pullback and then bounce before we wanna get in. Kung hindi tayo bibigyan ng ganung position, then don't trade. Huwag po kayo maiinggit dyan. There is opportunity in this. Again, I will always tell this to you. It can still go up today. But these are day trading positions or investor positions na lang. Gusto nyo maging investor dyan, kung bumagsak man yan at maipit kayo, investor talaga kayo dyan. So, nasa sa inyo na yun. Right? So, day trading position can be for today because it's volatile. Volatility is a day trader's friend. So, pwede nyo po tingnan yan ngayon kung may mag-pullback sa intraday niya. Pero, if you don't know how to day trade, please wag na po kayo maiinggit dyan. Okay? That's for SSP. Right? I'll go to the comments. Sir, pa-check po INTC and ACB for the international market. INTC, Intel Corporation. Right? Si Intel mukhang pa-breakout na. Right? It tested the resistance yesterday, last night. Pag nag-breakout yan, breakout entry for Intel. This is a good find, right? ACB, pero babantayin nyo po yan ha. Mag all-time high na yan si Intel. ACB, I think nag-all-time high yan kahapon, right? And then nag-pull back rin na kaagad. So mukhang magpa-breakout yan today. If it does a breakout today, get in. ACB, Aurora Cannabis, mukhang mukhang okay na. Right? Paataas na yung RSI niya eh. So, it's gaining momentum already. Aurora Cannabis, we have a strong resistance right here. At least man lang mag-breakout ito. That's your next entry point, or if it creates a support right here. Okay, so those are the entry points for Aurora Cannabis. Mukhang malapit na ito. You can use a market order. For example, tulog kayo at mag-breakout ito, makapasok kayo dyan. For most probably, yung resistance is at 2.36 right here. 2.36. So this is what you do for eToro. This is the good thing about eToro. You have pending orders. For example, ECB, Aurora Cannabis. You wanna trade Aurora Cannabis. So trade it. Saan yung breakout niya kanina? 2.36, right? So you can click on rate. So 2.0 siya ngayon. Saan natin siya hanapin? At around 2.36, right? Pag nag-breakout at 2.36 at 2.30. For example, 2.30 yung breakout niya, and doon natin papasukin. So you can put in 2.30 right here. And then, leverage nyo, times 1 lang, basta sa stocks, ang kakasilmalan nyo pa lang, and put in money how much you want. And then, you can put in your stop loss, edit your stop loss. Let's say, for example, because it's $600, ang cut loss ko dapat, if it hits, go back to 2.05. So, I can put this on rate at 2.05, 2.05. And take profits, pwede ko rin i-rate from $2.30. Pag nag $3 yan, 3.0, magta-take profits na ako. So, if I click on set order right here, so, let's check out my portfolio. Meron na akong orders na available. Execute at 2:30. So, kahit tulog ako tonight and mag-breakout ito, automatically makapasok ako at 2:30. Right? And automatically, may stop loss na ako at 2.05. So, pag nag-breakout ito at 2.36, at 2.30, makapasok ako. And then, pag nag-fail yung breakout at umabot ng 2.05, automatically, makapag-stop loss ako habang tulog ako. That's the beauty of the international market. That's the beauty of trading in eToro. So, kahit tulog po ako, makapasok po yan. So, I already set my stop loss and set my stop loss and yung portfolio ko, remember, kay Intuit, naka-automatic yan. Nung nag-breakout sa Intuit, nakapasok ako and I'm already gaining right now kay Intuit. So, I'm able to set a trade even if I'm sleeping. Okay, it's 9:32. So, tingnan ko po, 48% na ako sa Into. Yung Beyond, tumaas ulit. Ano po insights nyo? Congratulations, Joseph Tanael. Taas nyo na nakita naman sa Intuit. Alright, I recommended this before. Laki na nakita niyan. Beyond is still on an uptrend, so it's still good. Road to 6,800, Sir Lloyd. Right, ano po kaya sa SAOC and BS? Right, so that's all the time that we have for today. Pasensya na, hindi ko po sasagot lahat. Let's check out PSEI. Kaka-open lang ng market PSEI. Sorry. So, medyo umangat si PSEI on the opening. So, that's a good sign. But again, PSEI is very slow, and if you ask me where I want to trade on a better playing field. International market is a better playing field right now. So please trade. I invite you to trade in the international market. Yun lang. If you create an eToro account, please use my link. Andyan po sa video description. If you create an eToro account using my link, you get a $50 bonus. Ang laki po niyan. If you fund $200, you get $50. That's 25% gains right away. Sayang po yung opportunity. So hopefully that inspires you to start. And plus, if you create an account using my link, you can get access to my free webinar. Just send me a message. It's Financial Freedom 101. Send me your username and we'll check it out. You can get access to the webinar for day trading if you want to learn how to day trade. That's it for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. And as always, let's get rich together. Bye, everyone.